Hello, Black29 here. I'm joined by
Spinner94, yeah.
And welcome to the Puma Battle. This time it's Lauren and Cloud versus you and me.
Yeah, this was an interesting battle. A bit delayed at the end, but as I say, that's the beauty of editing work. We can speed that stuff up. Some pretty interesting. It's nice seeing Toxapex's pre-evolved form, as I say. How do you pronounce it? Marini. Marini is it pronounced? I keep wanting to say Marie, but no, that's a fucking sheep. So anyway, we're gonna have Cloud and Lauren challenge us to a battle. They lead off with Garvantula and Anoti, which is the Marini, there we go. I'm tempted to say Marik now as we lead off with Greninja and Hikikomori.
Yeah, let's just call it James's Pokemon.
Yeah. So I decided to go for a substitute here, obviously, because I wanted to see what the speed thing is. So I expected it to go for a Sticky Web. I expected the free setup, but he does manage to hit me with the Thunder, and that's now 100% accurate. So that is some scary shit right there.
Yep, I used Dark Pulse on it and pretty much hurt it.
That does a nice chunk to it, actually. So you get Toxic here. It's not going to do too much to you because you are a Greninja, but obviously it does break your Focus Sash, which is always a pain in the arse.
Yeah. The problem is, though, I was in a bad state with mine because I had nothing to hurt these two.
So I'm getting rid of Garvantula while I've got the chance. No point trying to set up the sub now. Might as well get a kill while I have. And that Dog Pulse does a ton of damage for it having Eviolite on. That mustn't be invested in special defense. I reckon that's more of a defensive one.
Yeah. So I'm pretty much hurting, and there goes another freaking Toxapex.
Yeah, bring your daughter to work there.
So
we've got a substitute. I'm set defense while I can't. I'm thinking, okay, can this thing do enough damage to me to actually break a sub? Yep. So we're nearly killing this thing. It's on death's door. Another poison jab is going to connect you, and that actually somehow kills a couple of 2 critical hits in a row.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I can't do anything about that. Scald hits you, breaks your sub. Unfortunately, you're not very bulky.
Yeah, come on. I thought I could live one because obviously Toxapex never gets invested too much, so
Yep. Now here comes the countermeasure we had. Now, Furby can Toxapex, which I know it sounds weird, but it can actually do it.
Yeah, because that corrosive rule, it's interesting because obviously some of these poison types, when they do actually get poisoned, don't have a lot of ways to necessarily get rid of it. I mean, they can keep recovering and stuff like that, but if you can put Toxapex on a timer, it's what you need.
Yep. I get pretty hit hard with Scald. But to be honest with you, my job was done. Toxapex is now on a clock. Nothing you can do. Here goes Mufasa. Reference to Lion King.
Yeah. So it's interesting to see here because obviously you had your big Z move on you, but obviously we were trying to think at the time what would hurt more, overheat Z move but resisted or just a Sludge Bomb. So the Sludge Bomb does a nice chunk and you get the poison, so I'm not quite sure how that paid off there. So I'll go for a Z move myself here. Which one do I even have on this stupid thing?
That's the downpour and you put it on poor Mufasa.
Yeah, good God, we definitely double targeted this thing down to get it dead.
Well, we didn't have much of a choice because we had nothing to do with Toxapex. So we figured, right, kill this guy off and put Lauren in a bad spot. And the reason we did that was as well is because Lauren has a nasty little bugger in the back. And we figured, right, get it forced out. And that way she can't use her tricks. Because what Lauren was trying to do was get a partner to kill us, to cripple us, so she could bring out Artisan.
Yeah, so we do have both heavy poison types on the field here, and I wish I'd saved my Z move for that Artisan, because that would have done a chunk of damage there. Mind you, we did go for the Protect, so it wouldn't have done too much there. So I'm trying one last substitute. I just want to, if I can get behind this thing, I can start doing something, but obviously they're just going to keep pressure on me, so I can't do anything, so I'm in kind of an awkward spot here with Hikikomori.
Yeah, I tried to Toxic, and I made a bit of a blunder on my part here. I mean, I couldn't hurt Toxapex, so I figured, right, try and Toxic the Clefable. But unfortunately, it was a bad move on my part because I forgot it has that guard thing.
Yeah, Magic Guard. It's weird with Clefable's Cup. It's either Unaware or Magic Guard. They're both really viable abilities, but for the set Lauren uses, Magic Guard is a bit better, but it is hard to predict around stuff like that. Yeah. So Gengar does a huge freaking chunk of damage to here, and it was interesting. Remember the theory that used to go around, like Clefable and Gengar used to be polar opposites sort of thing. Like Gengar's the shadow of Clefable, which to be fair, looking at them both, you can kind of see it, can't you?
Yeah, and then your Curse Body kicks in, which means Moonblast is now off the table.
Yeah, and I live on like 1 HP as well, so we'll get poison in this thing. The only real thing you can chuck on anything with Magic Guard is Paralyze, isn't it? For that 25% chance and slow. That's the only really thing that gets through it.
Yep, and then bye-bye Lauren.
Yep, so unfortunately we take Lauren out the game, which is scumbaggy as fuck, but you know, it's Pokemon battles.
Yeah, and plus that as well, let's be honest, Lauren...
Wow, Porygon. I love how pissed off some of the Pokemon get when they use Z moves. Like, look at Porygon. Porygon is here to murder your kids.
Yeah, electric type. I Toxic, put him on a clock. I knew this was my last move. I figured, right, put him on a clock, and that would be the end of it.
Yeah, because we've got to make a decision here. It's either one of us is going to die here, so it's like, okay, let's both go on the heavy offense just to whittle it down while I got the chance. So unfortunately, you're going to bite the bullet with that, so Toxapex goes down, as I'm going to go straight for a Sludge Bomb here and do a nice chunky damage here and with poison. But obviously next turn I'm as good as dead because this thing is definitely going to outspeed me.
Yeah, Thunderbolt, bang. But it doesn't matter. The job is done. Polygon and Toxapex are now on clocks.
Yeah, we've pretty much got his entire team on a clock here, and we're just slowly whittling shit down.
Yep, and here goes Beartick. Which is the one Lauren tends to use at times, doesn't she?
Yeah. Lauren's the one who actually gave me this like a year ago now.
Yep. You know, it's funny, right? We've got a lot of Lauren's Pokemon. We've got Furbear. We've got Beartick. And I've also got 2 months she's given me.
Yeah, as well. It's nice when we've got like this little trade network. At least we've got that set up on stream. People will trade and help each other out, which is kind of the thing I wanted to build in Pokemon. So it's nice to see that's been achieved.
Yep. I mean, I've got 2 months, which will hopefully make their debut soon.
So, with he being poisoned, me being poisoned now, it's a case of I'm trying to predict my way around protects and stuff like that. So I'm going straight for an Icicle Crash. I haven't seen Baneful Bunker on this thing yet, so I'm going straight for the Icicle Crash. I'm just praying for the flinch because that's the only way I'm going to win this game at this point.
He tried Haze, which I think was a bit of a bad
Yeah,
move.
I think he got it mixed up with Venoshock because Haze, like, stat change is eliminated. That doesn't mean poison. That means, like, you know, defense drops and stuff like that. I'm not entirely sure what he was planning with that, but I'd probably recommend Bioshock or something like that on it.
Yep. Then you use that Icicle again. I mean, you were on a clock as well, but you had more advantage because the problem with Toxapex is that Toxapex is on a bigger clock than you were.
So all he can do is really recover, and I can lock him into that. But it's one of those things I've got to try and predict my way around. Is it worth setting up a home close or just going straight for the full auto offense? So I decide, well, I've got one home close up. That means my Icicle Crash is going to be 100% accuracy now. So screw it. Let's just keep going Icicle Crash and hope that God for the flinch. I'm hoping for the hacks at this point. And I'm lucky enough the hacks God hear my call, and I actually believe. Yeah, I actually do get it that time, which kind of seals the game at that point.
Yeah. And the thing is, though, I've just noticed how it didn't have Baneful Bug because it's had Haze, Toxic, Scald, and the last one Recovery. So it never had any Protect.
Oh, that's kind of weird. You probably want to replace Haze with some kind of Protect move there, mate.
Yeah, because that's never a good thing. And Toxapex goes down. You go down as well, but you don't care because you've got one in the back.
Oh, yeah. I've got this game pretty much sealed at this point. So that's the victory for us.
Yep. And if you like the videos, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to see more Pokemon content, check out my buddy's channel. I'll leave a link in the description below.
Yep. See you later, people.